Good morning, JVS. I'm Ash Cart.
And I'm Chris Corona. Welcome to WJVS News, your source for all things happening in and around our school community. Today is December 11th, and we've got an exciting lineup of announcements, events, and updates to kickstart your day. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into today's news. First up, a look at our Peak of the Week. Over to you, Ash.
Thanks, Chris. For our Peak of the Week, Wednesday is team period, so teachers, be sure to submit team passes by noon tomorrow. Wednesday will also begin end-of-course testing, which will continue into Thursday. JVS staff will also have a brief meeting at 2:45 on Wednesday after school. Finally, Friday, we'll be having another skills-centered team period. This team period is focused on gearing up for our local Spotlight on Skills competition, so everyone do your best and show the people what you can do.
In national news, activists around the globe are joining calls from a pair of Palestinian media personalities for today to be a global day of economic strike and boycott. Filmmaker Wjvs, a photojournalist, Motaz Azaza, two Gen Z Palestinians whose work covers the conditions in Gaza, follow Israel retaliations for the October 7th terror attacks by Hamas, called for their followers to spread the boycott message over the weekend. The essence of what Bison and the others are calling for is that all participants refrain from spending any money on Monday as a way of sending a shock through a global economic system. Others on social media are calling for participants to not go to work or school and refrain from using social media accounts. In recent days, the movement's official organizers have pushed for things like a permanent ceasefire, sanctions against the Israel state, and for International Criminal Court to issue arrest warrants for Israel leaders. While there's no immediate sense of what kind of impact the call for boycotts and strikes will have, recent reports suggest that living conditions have grown exponentially worse in Gaza since Israel began a massive campaign of retaliation for Hamas terror attacks.
Moving on to local news, the Jefferson County Joint Vocational School obtained one of the largest grants in recent history, all of which will fund their distance learning plan. Following a lengthy application of more than 300 pages, the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Rural Utilities Service granted the school funds necessary for upgrades to provide students with equipment for distance learning. Technology Director Ron Peach said it's something that all students can benefit from, no matter their career choice. Students will also be able to network with professionals under this grant as partnerships with outside organizations have already been established. The St. Louis University School of Medicine and West Virginia North Community College are just a couple of the partners.
Thanks, Ash. In sports, Friday night, Catholic Central played against Big Red. Big Red winning 50-45. Buckeye Local played Shady Side Saturday night and lost 50-40. Tonight, Catholic Central plays Oakland. Steubenville versus Carrollton. Buckeye Local will go toe-to-toe with Monroe Central. Edison duke it out with Madonna, and Harrison Central will look for their first win against Indian Creek. Now, let us take a moment to stand together to honor our nation. Please join us in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
In other announcements, any Buckeye Local Junior interested in boys or girls state, please sign the sheets in the office. Buckeye Boys State will be held June 9th, 16th, 2024 at Miami University, Oxford, Ohio. Buckeye Girls State will be held June 9th through 16th, 2024 at Bowling Green State University.
Recently, our first group of students found the elf on a shelf that is hiding around our school. Make sure to keep your eyes open every day for his new location. As a prize is awarded to the first student to email a photo to Mrs. Boyd. Students, ACT fee waivers are now available for students who received free or reduced lunch. Please email Mrs. Henderson to ask for one.
Remember, if you would like something announced on the show, morning news request forms can be found in the front office. Please submit your forms to Mr. Long or Mrs. Wilson for approval.
And that wraps up another edition of WJVS News. Thank you for joining us today.
Remember, stay informed, stay engaged, and make it a great day, JVS. We'll be back next week with more news and updates. Have an amazing day.
We'll see you bright and early next week. This is WJVS signing off.